Devin, when you're ready for me to come up, just come down and tap me on the shoulder, okay? Okay, you're good, Dunk.
Okay, it's starting up. E-tab is connecting. I'm not sure if I have scenery on in St. Maarten. I think I do. Hopefully I do.
Hopefully I do.
Hopefully. Because if you don't have scenery in St. Maarten, that's not good.
Yeah. Why am I putting German kill tallies when the Fireflies only encountered, like, Japanese aircraft? No way, this is a D-Day scheme. Never mind. Point withdrawn.
Okay.
I just put, like, 10 Balkan cruises on my Firefly. Balkan cruises.
Okay, let's get going. So, for the most part, this is in Cold and Dark. For the most part.
Wait, where are you flying out of again?
TJSJ, and I'm flying to St. Maarten.
TJSJ is where again?
Did it not change the I changed the frickin' name, and it didn't save it.
What server are you on?
I'm
I might as well
on a
tag
server.
along.
Are you gonna... Well, then I have to restart. Thanks a lot, buddy.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Let's see how, OBS likes this. Oh, wow, it doesn't see anything.
Wait.
Okay, well, hopefully we can do this fast.
6 minutes and then you go up, okay? So what server?
Well, mine. If my game will load faster. Okay,
My thing. One sec.
Hopefully this will work now.
She was shut up. It's you shut up. Lord help me. I'm gonna throw you in the backyard and lock you out there. You know, let's just do it here. No.
Okay, well, hopefully this works now.
You send the invite?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not seeing any invite.
Well, I invited you, so you just are blind.
There's nothing showing up anywhere. What's the thing called?
I just sent you another one.
It's where does it show up?
If you look on the chat page, it should show up. Okay, well, first things first.
Well, you mean like private chat?
Yeah, on Steam.
Oh, Steam chat, okay. You're flying the PMDG 77-7?
Yeah, I wish my view wasn't dead, though. Is this one gonna be dead? No, it's not, thank the Lord.
It says trying to connect.
It doesn't work.
I'm gonna lull so hard if it doesn't work. Okay, I think I'm in.
It said you left the game.
What the frick? What the frick? I'm hungry. You know what? Screw it. Ah.
What?
I'm gonna have to get off soon anyways.
Great.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna watch some of my TV.
It'd be amazing if my APU could turn on now. Oh,
what is your version glitchy or something?
No. It's just, it's so realistic that it takes time for the APU to turn on.
Well, then wait for time.
Sometimes it's a total pain in the butt, though, because I can't do anything until it turns on because I have no power. And I can't turn on ground power because I don't have FMCs on, right? So I just have to kind of wait.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go and watch my TV show now.
Okay.
Okay, boy, buddy.
Wait. Okay. Oh, look at that. It looks all fancy now. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this without using a checklist. Oh, you're gonna text me, are you? You texted me. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do this without using a checklist, even though I'll probably fail it horribly. Yeah, it'd just be great if all my stuff could turn on. See, it's not. Oh, it's almost on. The displays haven't turned on yet, though. Come on. I like looking at the little APU intake. It pops up there. So, we're flying from, I can never pronounce the name, but we're flying from a place, the airport ID is TJSJ, to TNCM, or some people may know it as St. Maarten. I sound really messed up right now. Did I turn the ADRUs on? Yeah, I did. The frick. Come on, plane. There we go. Okay. So we can request our route, which is this one. And then we just wait for that to load in, because, you know, latest version of PMDG means you have to wait, just like real life. It's kind of cool, but sometimes it's not. Now it's just loading, and then once it's done loading, you activate. We are taking off on runway 10. We don't really have a flight number because this is just a random flight that I wanted to do, so we just wait for it to get the request in from. Oh, there we go. Cruising on is that low? Holy crap. That is. Is that seriously all it has? Oh, okay. We're gonna do some work on that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up PFPX here. Let me look at my flight plan. We're doing the Hammer 1. We're going to Sluggo. And then in St. Maarten we are arriving in, not sure. We're doing the Luma 1, I know that. I'm not sure whether or not we're doing the RNAV or VOR. I'm just gonna do the RNAV. And I think that's it. And so, just check on here. Make sure everything's connected up. Oh, someone there. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see, so we're gonna have, yeah, a lot of fuel in St. Maarten, so we can pretty much ditch all of this. See that we're still pretty heavy, but I'll deal with it just because of wind. Not sure whether it's gonna blow in our favor or not, so. Let's see, can we get up to... I want to see how high I can get this to go before it just goes, you can't go that high. Because the flight is actually really short. So, let's say 270, see what it says. Let's like on here. So that's how far we get to fly at cruising altitude. That's not a lot, right? So what I'm thinking we should do is go back here and say maybe 250, because then we get more time at cruise. That'd be better. Let's just see that. How big? Yeah, see that's a much bigger gap. So let's just do that. And I think that's about it for now. Well, if we can do our takeoff ref, put in our V-speeds, and I'm not going to make this mistake again. We can't set our trim because the hydraulics are off, but we can set our MCP, and we're ready to 250. We can set auto brake to RTO. Squawk is clearly 7500. If you're an airplane person, you'll know what that means. But, okay, so I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's anything else we do before we, push back. So, we can call GSX. And I need to look at which way I need to be pushed back. So let's go into top down view. Are you runway 10? No. No. I can't see runway 10. So let's look on here. It's off to our right. So if we look down here, but that's it right there. So we need nose right. So GSX, come back. Whoops. Whoops. Can I go back? I think I just hit the... I think I hit the wrong button, so I'll do it again. Nose right. There we go. No, I don't want to. Okay. So, I like doing pushbacks at GSX. Looks really cool. Oh, I can turn off ground services. So... ground connections, just take that one. Yeah, I know.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Oh, of course, there's always something else he needs to do before. Now they should be able to push us back without any problems. That'd be great if they could actually do that without dying.
Locking gear.
So for some of you that may know,
Departure
I used
check
to have
completed.
this
Line
problem
up
where I
check
couldn't move
inserted.
my view up and down because of
Release
Easy Dock.
parking brake.
Now, evidently,
Commencing push.
I fixed that
All
problem,
engines clear. Start
but
that wheel.
well, I really enjoy being able to move my view up and down again, because before I couldn't do that, and that was not very fun. Okay, so I'm pretty sure how it works is you can go on to auto on these ones, and then you do the middle ones up here for those lights to go off, and then do these ones. Oops. So we can start engine number 2 with the auto start on the 777. We can pop into outside view and check it out here. I don't know about you guys, but GE90s are just... I think GE90s are the best jet engines ever made in the entire world. Hearing them start up in real life is insane. It sounds so cool. Now I know a lot of you are going, well yeah, I hear them all the time, like I live at a really busy airport. I don't. So getting to go on a 777 and getting to hear these sounds, getting to do all that cool stuff was just amazing for me. So don't ruin my moment. One thing that's really funny though is if you come down here, when they're turning it, you look at the rudder, it's actually bent. I am not touching my my control stick right now. So yeah. Sometimes it like, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't work entirely right and it starts making the rudder go all crazy. Yeah. So, we can start engine 1 now. Probably should have turned these on before though, but whatever. Okay, another thing I hate. I have run the EasyDock configurator so many times, and yet I still get this problem where the view will not stay in the same spot. If anyone knows how to fix this, please tell me. It bothers me a lot.
Set parking brake. Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass main removed.
Okay, now we just have to wait for GSX to get out of the way. And then I can get moving. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. Right, turn off the EPU. There we go. Can you guys just, instead of backing up all the way over there, can you just drive to the side? Can you just get out of the way?
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Yeah, the sides are clear, but not the front. Get the car out of the way. There you go. Waving to me there? Have a good trip. Thank you. I needed to know that. Thank you so much. Very nice. Okay, now just taxi down to runway 10, and then we can take off. Oh, the pack's not on? There we go. And take off to St. Maarten. Watch the speed on this thing. GE90s, they're too powerful. Okay, so it's not this runway, but it's the runway over here, I think. And yeah, this should be good. So I've purposely set the time to be right before dusk, right? Or right around dusk, so that way we get this kind of cool approach where it's almost night but not really night, so in St. Maarten that will look really cool. I just hope I have scenery. As you guys can probably tell, I don't have scenery here. But yeah. I'm not doing a very good job at taxiing here. Almost at the runway now. This plane is so long, you have to swing the nose. And look at this. You see how the camera's moving? You see how it doesn't just stay in one spot? That bugs me so much. It doesn't really happen once you're in the air. It's just when I'm taxiing around on the ground using the rudder for some reason. It doesn't like it. If anyone knows how to fix that, maybe I need to download like a new version of EasyDock or something, but who knows, I'll find out. Okay, so now we're on runway 10, after my amazing job at taxiing. I need to fix this. There we go. Okay, so just gonna line up a bit better. Turn. Lights on. Okay, so up to 40%, around there, you know. And engines are stable, and we can hit the toga button if it will engage. You gonna engage toga? Oh god, I'm a horrible person. Okay, I'm gonna taxi back because I just screwed up so much. I thought I was forgetting something. This is what happens when I don't use checklists. This is exactly why people use checklists in real life. Because I just forgot to set the flaps. And that is how I get airborne. So if I just kept going down the runway, I would have crashed and burned and died. I don't think I set my trim either, actually. Get this one up here. 5.25. Almost there. Done. Hey. See if I can actually taxi good this time. Okay, well after being insanely begged by a friend of mine saying, "Give me a shout out now," yeah, shout out to friend that's totally bugging me right now. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, hopefully I won't screw up this time. Wow, that lineup was horrible. I wonder if my immersion pack will work. Well, no, it will work. It's just whether or not you'll actually see the effects is what's gonna change, you know? Okay, so 40%. Oh, I got that right. Good right there. Okay, toga. There we go. Let's see. You got any effects yet? Nope.
V1.
Rotate. Look at the climb rate. This thing is insane. It beats every record in the book. Okay, so we can turn the autopilot on now. Put LNAV and VNAV on. So, the plane should fly itself now. This is where a pilot's life becomes very interesting, because all you do now is just sit back and watch. lot of people wonder why I think being a pilot would be such a good job and stuff. Because you don't really ever do anything other than take off and land. You just hit 2 buttons, or 3, or whatever, and then it flies itself. Matter of fact, when you land, you can just hit another button and it will land itself. So what's the point in even being there, right? Why would you find something so boring so interesting? Well, when you actually think about it, how these planes work, how something this big can actually stay in the air and just actually like fly by itself without needing anything other than itself. It's just that, I don't know. It's just always seemed to interest me. And yeah, I've been into aviation for quite some time now. Probably around 3 or 4 years now, I think. Everyone's like, oh, well, you know, that's not much. No, I've been flying for 20 years. Yeah, here's the difference. You've actually lived 20 years of your life. I haven't. So, for me, this is fun for me. Why is this so short? Okay, there we go. That looks better. Okay, so we're at 9,000 feet now. Once we hit 10,000 feet, we can turn the lights off. Oh, it's getting kind of bumpy. But, just check this out. We're not even at maximum throttle here. We're at 10 degrees nose up, and we're climbing at 3,500 feet per minute. That is insane. I've gone to airports where I have max fuel and taken off on this thing going maximum power, and I'm climbing out at 20 degrees nose up, just right after rotation, and I'm going at like 6,000 feet per minute on full fuel and full payload. Like, I don't get how that works. It's just insane, the power of these engines. Now, for anyone that's new into aviation and likes 777, go check out the 777X. It's not even made yet, but yet it looks so cool. It's brand new. It's amazing. Okay, so this flight is only about half an hour long. I'm hoping I have scenery in St. Maarten. If I don't, well, it's not gonna look that great. But if I do, it should look pretty good. Okay, so I'm above 10,000 feet. I can turn the lights off. And then once I get to 18,000 feet, that's transition altitude, in which case I'll push the center button, labeled STD, or standard. Oh, here we go. Turning. Need some good views here. So when I went flying on the 777, can I move it? This view. When I went flying on the 777, this is the view that I had. I saw this, only I was a few seats forward than this, so I could see more of the main part of the wing where it actually connects to the plane. But this is the main idea. This is what I saw for the 4-hour flight that I was on. It's the biggest plane I've ever been on. And it's amazing. It's so freaking smooth. I don't get how it works. So, once we landed, I got to come up here, and in this simulator, you may think that this cockpit looks very wide open and very spacious. It is spacious compared to other cockpits, but it's not what it looks like on here. Like, you may think that you could come in here and, you know, do whatever you want here, just like dance around, but no, you can't actually. You walk in here, and they've modeled this plane really good. Like, I'm not gonna lie about this. This plane is amazing. But one thing that they don't really have that great, and from my perspective at least, is the sizing of The back part of the room. Like, everything up here is really good. Everything back here, I think, needs to be smaller. Okay, so we're at transition altitude. You can tell because this has turned orange. So we just push this button here. And then we're on standard. So if I zoom out on my display here, you can already see the airport. Just right there. So, right here is our top of descent, or our top of drop, as as my Norwegian friend likes to say. That's right, potato. I'm talking about you. Anyways, just really kind of excited actually to fly in St. Maarten. It's been my dream to fly in St. Maarten in real life. I know people that have gone there. They say it's amazing. I'm just like, don't tell me about it. Just don't. You're gonna ruin it. But yeah, the sunset is amazing. This is what happens when you have a really good computer and you turn the graphics setting to the max. Yeah. So this is the 777-300ER, as most people would probably be able to tell if you're like me and you love planes, just because it is so long. I've been on the 200LR, which is basically the same plane, just shorter. Yeah. And I don't think there's that big of a difference, but other than the size, and I think this one looks way cooler. But the LR, the 200LR, can fly faster, or not fly faster, but it can fly farther. It can fly for a longer amount of time, just because there's less weight on board. Not as much stuff to try to carry around, right? So this one, on the other hand, can carry a lot more people, and looks a lot better. Looks crazy. But just look at these engines here. Look at how big these engines are. These scare me. Because if I were to stand, like, not when the engine's running, but if this plane was parked on the ground and I were to stand right here on the edge of the cowling, right here, my face would not touch. Well, it would come close to touching the center of the engine. That's how big it is. Like, I would probably be up to, like, here. That's just how big it is. Like, it's the size of a 737 fuselage. Let's just say that. It's freaking huge. And the sound that it makes when it turns on just stopped me dead. I was, like, setting up... When I was like, setting up all my stuff, right? When I heard those engines spooling up, I just stopped and listened. It was insane. I know I'm just sounding like a complete and total plane freak, but you have to get... See, like, this is what I'm talking about. It just doesn't work, these views. You kinda get used to it. People thinking that you're a plane freak after a while. See, we're gonna have a lot of fuel. Probably shouldn't have taken this much. Which way's the wind blowing, actually? Is there any wind on here? No, there isn't. I'm for sure there'd be wind. This is real-world weather. This isn't real-world time, though. Let's sit back a few hours. Just in that way you could get the sunset. Yeah. So, St. Maarten is right up there, meaning it's gonna be like right there. So it isn't actually that far away. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Easy Dock just lagged out there. A lot of my friends think I'm crazy for spending so much money into this. think it's a waste. I don't. Because from my point of view, this is helping me learn how to be a real pilot, because real pilots use this kind of software in simulators to train themselves at home, like not at work, but when they're at home, they have practically the same thing that I have sitting in my bedroom, and I'll fly just like them. So that's just kind of cool for me. I have invested a lot of money in this, and I mean a lot of money, but I enjoy myself, so yeah. I have, I think over 200 hours on Steam, on Flight Simulator, but I can't tell you the exact number. Actually, I might be able to find it. Where is Steam? There you are. Hopefully that didn't go on the stream. I don't think it did, but who knows. Okay, let's look. How many hours do I have? Oh, wow. That's a lot more than I thought. I have nearly 350 hours on Flight Simulator X Steam Edition. That doesn't make me feel good about myself. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you know what I just realized? I can probably turn the fasten seatbelt sign off now, right? So, right now what I'm trying to figure out a lot is, where I should fly. Because, like, I have scenery in a lot of places. Well, not actually in a lot of places, but I have good scenery, especially in Canada. But, yeah. What the? What? I just set this to be... Whoops. /2600A. Okay, so I have pause stop descent on, just because normally when I go flying on long flights, I have to pause. Okay. So I think if we should be at 2,600 or above, where do we go down to after that? 1,700 or above, and then 700 feet, so down to like 1,700. And then, as we get closer, I'll eventually take control and land, hopefully. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, I fly on Virtual Air Canada and Virtual Emirates, actually. And right now, I kind of prefer flying on Emirates, just because I can fly 777s. On Virtual Air Canada, they have more of a complex system, I think, in the case where you have to work your way up, just like in real life, I think. I'm not sure. I have to look that up more. But it's like you have to start in, say, like a -8, and then work your way up to an A320, and then after that, you can become 777 relief pilot. You don't even become a first officer. You become a relief pilot first. Then you become a first officer, then you become a captain. That's the same on every single one of them, except for the relief pilot. Not all of them have relief pilots, just the 777, because, you know, long flights. You don't want to be sitting in this little tiny cockpit for 15 hours. I don't think I could do that. Okay. So this is looking pretty good so far. We're pretty much right on our path. So this is gonna bug me so much. Chair's getting in the way. What happens is when I put my camera view in the chair, it thinks that the chair is blocking me from clicking anything, so I can't click anything. So then when I put my head in front of the chair, then I get like too close to all the stuff and it doesn't look right. I don't know. I have like this one spot that I need to save on every plane, and then it's good. But otherwise, it just won't work. Okay, let me check how much fuel we're gonna have here. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Oh well. Let's go look around at some different engine or different views here. There's the GE90. Let's get a better view of the GE90. Oh, there's the GE90. What else do we have on here? Do the overwing view. Personally, I don't really like them that much. They seem too boring. Because you're just looking at the wing, like... Well, I guess that's kind of what I looked at too, only I was a few seats farther back, so I could see the flaps better. Stuff, I kind of like that. I liked where I sat. It was great. So we have the nose camera, which I like doing this view when I'm on approach, because you can see the flaps down, you can see the gear down, and then you can see like the engines changing speeds and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Sometimes people move their view up to right to the very tip of the nose, and that way they can see the nose gear too. It should be... Oh hey look, E-tops. E-tops is very complicated. I don't like it. Okay. So we're almost at transition altitude. Once we get to 18,000 feet, we will switch back over to whatever, I can't remember what they call it, but whatever the pressure is in that area. So that'll be for St. Maarten. So literally right down there, that's St. Maarten. So we're not that far, right? Like we've only been in the air for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. What do you want from me? Oh, you need drag? Okay. Just scroll? Oh, I can. That makes life a lot easier. So now, check this out. You'll see the spoilers! It's such a standard. It's off by 1. Okay, so we can probably turn the fasten seatbelt sign back on. What else can we do here? Make sure the speed's coming down pretty good. We can start turning some lights on in here. It's getting kind of dark. This is really cool. Check this out. Look at the floor. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now we're getting closer to our speed, so we can put a speed brake back a bit more. I still want it to slow us down because we're descending at a pretty good rate. Well, we could probably descend without it, but I just want to make sure we keep the speed, because the second we get to about 11,000 feet, it's going to go, oh, you need to slow down a lot. And so then you have to pull it all the way back to slow it down. Yeah. And so, we're about to pass through 15,000 feet right now. So if we're getting pretty close, you can actually see it right now. So right now we're actually higher than we're supposed to be. We're getting back on track though. How about we take a peek at that sunset? So check this out. gone. You can't actually see the sun anymore. You can just see the light going around it. So you can still see it on the water a bit, but yeah. I need a speed brake. Okay, so one thing I want to make sure I don't do is, one thing is you have to watch speed on this one, especially because it's a big plane, and because it's a big plane, it likes to, when you turn, it likes to drift if you're going fast. Like, it won't just turn as sharp as other planes will, so you have to be really careful when you're coming in an approach, especially when you're pulling up and down, right, to control your altitude, because sometimes you pull up and it will, either slow down a lot and then kind of fall, or you push the nose down farther and you speed up so much, and then suddenly you're way too fast, and you have to get rid of all that speed. So it's just kind of good to make sure you keep it in this one zone. You want to keep it controlled at all times. It just makes your life a lot easier ahead of time. So, any second now it should go, oh yeah, you need to slow down. Where's St. Maarten? There's St. Maarten. Let's see, do I have scenery? I can't tell yet. Dang it. Well, I hope I have scenery. See, here we go. It's saying, oh yeah, you need to slow down. So I'm going to pull the speed brake back a lot. And that's going to try... Well, that's going to slow us down a lot. Because once you get below 10,000 feet, you can't be above 250 knots. And right now we are above 250 knots, so we're just going to slow down before we can keep descending. So yeah. The 777 is just so amazing. So I have actually, oh, the lag. Was that the scenery jetting in? No, it wasn't. Dang. So when I went on the 777, I actually got to sit in the first officer's seat, or the co-pilot, whatever you want to call him. I got to sit in that seat. I got to wear the captain's hat. It was awesome. It's kind of funny because I was telling the pilot, you know, oh yeah, I fly this plane on my sim, I do all this stuff in the FMC and stuff, and all that stuff, and then he just kind of looked at me like, you know, that's really cool, but he had that kind of look in his face like, oh great, so you're a kid, and you can do my job practically. It's just kind of funny. Okay, so we can pull the speed brake back now. There goes the throttles, because we're getting too low, so, on speed, so I'm going to try to get the speed brake back all the way. There we go. So the speed brake's off now. So now we're at 10,000 feet, so we can turn the lights on. Is there one for the overhead? That's the one thing that bugs me so much, is there isn't a light for the overhead. Looking real high here. Okay. So I can go flaps 1 now. Okay, I need way more speed brake here. Let's do auto brakes too. Okay, so we're turning on to final. Yeah, we're really high. I don't know why the heck the autopilot was still up here. Okay, I'm gonna drop the gear, because that will help slow us down too. But see, like, there's the runway, we're way high. And now it goes, oh yeah, you know, you're way too high. Okay. I'm gonna have to do... Is it gonna do a circle? Yeah, it is. I wanna slow down. Okay. So what it's doing right now is, since it made the horrible mistake of not realizing that we were supposed to be way lower than we actually were, it's not going to loop us around. We're going to descend down, and then we're going to land. So there's the runway over there. It looks like I have scenery. I think I do. Take a look. Let me see. Where's the airport? That looks very much like Fly Tampa scenery. Okay. So that's good. So we can go flaps 5 now. I want to keep slowing down. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the autopilot now. So I'm feeling... Oh my god, you're seriously gonna do this to me. Okay, so... Craft... There we go. Okay. Flaps 15. I was supposed to say flaps 10. Hopefully, I don't donkey this landing. Oh, I need to pull up now. Height restrictions.
2,500.
I don't know why they put height restrictions on here, on this landing actually. Because you're over the water, it's not like you're gonna hit anything. I'm just gonna say that I'm on a visual approach. You can't tell me what to do now. Okay, flaps 20? Yep. Okay, let's see if we can line this up pretty good. Let's take a peek outside here. Check this out. It's pretty cool. Flaps 25. Okay, so I'm gonna keep slowing down now. Hanging a little bit to the right here. What I don't get about this place though, is they don't have an ILS here. I mean, like, out of every place in the world, you think that they would have an ILS here. I get you can do a visual approach really easily, because there's nothing in your way. You can just see the runway from a mile away. But at the same time, if you're too low, you're either gonna hit the water or you're gonna hit the beach or the fence in front of the runway. There's so many things to think about.
Approaching 09.
Ah, PMDG, you've made an error. It said approaching runway 09, it's actually runway 10. Well, actually, I guess that's RAAS. It's the voice. Okay, I'm gonna take the auto throttle now. Power back. That runway is black. It's just a black spot.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
I haven't landed this in a while. As you can probably tell. Okay. That was kind of a rough landing, but what are you gonna do? Let's see if I can pull a U-turn here. Ah, dang it. Okay, so we can pull the flaps up. Pull the speed brake up. Come on.
On runway 274,300 feet remaining.
Okay, so we can turn the landing lights off. We can turn the taxi light on. That's about it. Taxi in now. So yeah, this is the scenery. Now, that approach you may have noticed was actually going really fast. That's just because I'm so heavy. Like, if I had planned that out a bit better and I wasn't so rushed for time, I would have been able to have less fuel on, and then I would have been lighter. I could have gone way slower, and that would have been way cooler. Oh, I can hardly see the taxiway markings on the ground here. Hey, let's get GSX in here. Oh, not lag. So if I just wait here for a second. There's my follow me. have to be really careful with these though, because if you get too close, then they'll like run away. Turn the taxi light off and the other lights off so that way you don't blind people in the gate. Must be way nicer if I could actually see the taxiway lines. There we go. Okay, so I could have started the AP before, but I forgot to because, you know, that's just me. We can get the jetway on here. Yeah, that makes sense. Just need to wait for the APU. Actually, no. I'll get ground power. It's down here, ground connections. We'll get that on. We'll get air conditioning, because, you know, we need the AC. So we can turn that off, actually. We can turn the engines off. We can turn the dome light on. And then we can go into GSX. I haven't done this before, so I'm just trying to get it to, better. You happy now? Because right now, my nose is like right in building. Yeah. So now, you go request deboarding. So the engines are off. Turn logo light off, and beacon light off. Turn strobe off. Take a look outside. Let's see, will you work now? Nope. To open the forward cargo door. Aft cargo. Okay, so left entry 1. Turn fasten seatbelt sign off.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So yeah, I'm gonna end off the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed this fairly okay video. It wasn't that great, but it's still a video. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching and see you next time. Be sure to keep an eye out for streams because I'm on a long weekend this weekend, and so I'll probably be doing another stream either tomorrow or the next day. So yeah, just keep watching. So yeah, see ya.